The legend of Achilles, the hero of fate and glory.
Achilles was no ordinary man. Born to Thetis, a sea goddess, and Peleus, a mortal king, he was destined to be the greatest warrior of his age. But greatness came with a curse. At his birth, a prophecy foretold that Achilles would live a short life, but achieve eternal glory. His mother, desperate to protect him, sought to make him invincible. She dipped him in the sacred waters of the river Styx, holding him by his heel. The waters made his body impervious to harm, except for the one spot her fingers had covered, his heel. Achilles grew into a warrior of unmatched strength, beauty, and ferocity. He trained under Chiron, the wise centaur, who taught him the art of combat, healing, and wisdom. His fame spread far and wide, and he became the pride of the Greeks. Yet his destiny was tied to the Trojan War, a conflict sparked when Paris of Troy abducted Helen, the wife of Menelaus, king of Sparta. Initially, Achilles resisted joining the war. He knew the prophecy. If he fought, his life would burn brightly but end too soon. If he stayed home, he would live a long, quiet life, forgotten by history. Ultimately, driven by his thirst for glory, he chose the battlefield. When Achilles arrived in Troy, he was unstoppable. Clad in armor forged by the god Hephaestus, he slaughtered Trojan warriors with ease, his mere presence striking fear into the hearts of his enemies. But Achilles was not just a warrior. He was a man of pride and passion. These traits became his undoing. When Agamemnon, leader of the Greek forces, insulted Achilles by claiming his war prize, the maiden Briseis, Achilles withdrew from the battle. Without their greatest warrior, the Greeks suffered devastating losses. Yet Achilles' pride held him back, even as his comrades begged him to return. Then tragedy struck. Hector, the prince of Troy, killed Patroclus, Achilles' closest companion, some say his lover, who had gone into battle wearing Achilles' armor. Consumed by grief and rage, Achilles returned to the battlefield, a force of nature fueled by vengeance. He faced Hector in single combat, killing him in a brutal fight and dragging his body behind his chariot as a display of wrath. But Achilles' story was one of both glory and fragility. His invincibility was a gift and a curse. During the final days of the war, Paris of Troy, aided by the god Apollo, fired an arrow that struck Achilles in his one vulnerable spot, his heel. The great warrior fell, his mortal life ending as the prophecy foretold. Yet, in death, Achilles achieved the immortality he sought. His deeds were sung by poets and immortalized in the Iliad, making him a symbol of heroism, pride, and the tragic cost of greatness. Achilles reminds us that even the mightiest are bound by fate, and it is not the length of life, but the legacy we leave behind that defines true immortality.